Hey guys, how do our mics sound? I
Thank
think
you.
my mic is too loud.
Yeah, let us know if our mics are too loud.
Viewer discretion advised.
Hello everyone and welcome to Stereo Dread. I hope you had a great weekend, everybody. Today's Monday is the start of a new work week and it's back to work. With me in the studio is the lovely and talented Dominican dandy, Miss Stereo.
Hi everybody, how are you guys? How are you guys all doing? I'm glad to see all of you here today. Both of us are. With me is the Puerto Rican Prince of Poetry, Kenny Dreadful.
You know it, mamacita. She's so awesome. I love Miss Stereo's amazing.
Stop.
It's true, Miss Stereo. Don't be so modest.
Oh, baby.
I got a surprise for you.
Ooh, do tell.
Guess who's gonna be on tonight's stream with us?
Somebody fabulous, I'm sure.
Yes, Mr. X Dreams is gonna be here with us, Miss Stereo.
Yay!
Isn't that fantastic?
That is awesome. He has been around for a while. He's been around for a while, and I'm a big fan. We're big fans. We both been subscribed to him for a while in our personal YouTube accounts. So
yeah, ever since before the Dezombified started. That's right. Preach it, Miss Stereo. It's gonna be an honor to have him on tonight. I tell you that.
God.
So
It's gonna be fun.
There's that. Quick, I don't know if Band Sheba's listening, but I hope everything went well for you today. Hope everything turned out just the way you wanted it.
Awesome.
Yeah. She knows what I'm talking about.
Okay. I want to know the secret later. You know, I like to know the secrets. Just
So
kidding.
I want to give a shout out also to 13 Past Midnight, aka Steve Stockton. He was on earlier on the morning Horde Rush, and he was with Mia Mina, and they were fantastic.
Yes, they were.
They even had a guest call in through the Hangouts. It was Miscast Reads, also known as Miscast Entertainment, and it was amazing. Thank you guys for doing so well today. Really appreciate it.
Yeah, that's what those guys were incredible. You know, they always show up and show out for us. You know, Miscast has been a part of the Z Horde for a little while now, and so has Mia Mina as well. I think they came in right around the same time to become Z Horde, and now they're a very big part of the Z Horde, so we're happy about that. And Steve, of course, Steve, he's been an amazing co-host for us. So
yeah, he's been fantastic.
fantastic.
Man. He's a gem, a real gem.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
All right, so maybe we should do some roll calls right now. What you think, Miss Stereo?
Ooh, okay, let's go get at it.
Hey, how about that? All right, let's do it.
Oh, okay.
Scroll.
Let me make sure that the chat is live and refresh so that you get the most updated results. Whatever that means with YouTube.
Whatever that
know.
means.
You never know. They switch everything up all the time.
Yeah, just never know.
Yep. Here you go.
All right, cool. Let's see who's up in here. Oh, man. He's just so evil. The evil outcast, baby. He's into his house. Oh, yeah. Let me see. We got Philia Noctis. She's into his house. Oh, yeah, baby. I see we got a creepy clown girl. Oh, man, she's into his house. Yeah, let's see who else is up in here. We got Duchess Dark, everyone. Duchess Dark. She's into his house. Oh, who's next? Bad vibes. Bad storytelling. He's into his house.
Well, alrighty then.
Let's see who else is up in here. Oh, Auntie creeps. She's into his house. Who else is up in here? I see you lurking. It's the enchanting and lovely Gothic Rose, everyone. She's into his house. Oh, look who's here. It's Mighty Might, everybody. Mighty Might is on his way. He's into his house. Nice. Ooh, Vidiv 22. He's into his house. Nice. Oh, look who's here. It's Aisha 1994. She's in his house. Nice. Ooh, I see US only creeping, baby. He's into his house. We got one classy ma. One classy ma, baby. She's into his house. Ooh. Mr. X Dreams. He's into his house. Nice. All right, well, that's through. We got that done with. So let's see what's going on.
Okay.
Miss Stereo.
Alrighty then. Let's see here. So,
Mm-hmm.
I got at least one interesting little news tidbit for you guys. If you want to
let's
hear.
do it,
For
Mama
all those
Sita.
ghost lovers and all those train lovers, we got a treat. A 2-for-1.
Cool. Let's do it.
Okay, let's see here. Let me find it, right?
Yeah, let's do it. Find it, baby. Find it.
Aha,
Right here for you.
goes.
Here you go.
Okay.
You like it?
I love it.
I know.
Well, baby, why don't you read this one?
Alright, cool. So let's see. All aboard Kentucky's Ghost Train. Eerie rides take you to abandoned Coal Town. This is courtesy of what's that? Wilkie.com. Okay, cool. Is it on the screen for our lovely
Yes,
family members? All right, cool. So this is how it goes. The ghost train departs the Big South Fork Scenic Railways Stearns, Kentucky Depot at 7 p.m. September 14th. People can also drive their own vehicles, taking Kentucky 742 from Stearns. Music and festivities begin at 6 p.m. The park says participants should bring a flashlight and be prepared to walk a short distance. The program at Blue Heron is free. There is a train fare to ride the Ghost Train. For more information, contact the Big South Fork Scenic Railway. All right. All aboard the Ghost Train, baby.
And here is the link. It's coming up shortly right in the chat. In case you guys want to look into it a little bit more, you could go right ahead. Control V. And what we're going to do now is that we're going to be sending the link to Mr. Extreme so he can join us up in here.
Yeah.
And in the meantime, you guys can enjoy, of course, the Z Horde Anthem. Baby, tell them, what is the Z Horde Anthem?
Well, the Z Horde Anthem is basically just a way of showing appreciation and love to our, wonderful Horde family. Because we really appreciate them and we wanted them to know how much, so we just put them in a song. I threw up like 45 names into that luscious track. The one that makes everyone shake their zombie booties behind closed doors. And some of the freaky ones even do it in the street. I've seen people shaking their zombie booties out there for the world to see, right in the middle of the street, man. I'm telling you, I've seen it, y'all.
Awesome. So without further ado, all rise for the Z Horde Anthem.
Nice.
This one goes out to all you Dezomba friends, the Z Horde. We want you to know just how much we love you.
Shout out to Philia Noctis, creepy clown girl, dark carnival got this. A look on nightmare, it's so amazing. Puerto Rican Jose's entertaining. Dark waters, dog man is twisted. Asia 1994, really gifted. Dustin Flemings, stronger than the rock. Hellfire's out here making everything hot. Yeah. Braidum 23 of fire is a G. Where kryptonite's down, kid, he's family. Now there are times when we all need gore. Danny Martian's in the house, never know what's in store. Mandy Mortem is legit and a queen. Gothic Rose enchanting, she's on the scene. 13 past midnight, things that go bump in the night. Gory B, horror addicts are out of sight. Big ups to the late horror show. Emily's Adventures in Horrorland, here we go. And you know we gotta keep them dice rolling. MD Who Entertainment, she's been chosen. give it up for the evil outcast. Swedish mom is dope, yo, you know she got class. So if you get bad vibes from storytelling, then these monsters in my mind will leave you yelling. You see, we all about hearing stranger stories on the creeps. So sweet, she really got love for me. Penny tails up, narrating for the win. Queenie Todd, they amazing, but real dark and grim. The Dementor centaurs, flickathon, swamp dwellers. Scolded 22, they be our fellas. Animated tone, time we lives. A fantastic panic, deep paranormal history. Great graphics. What's up, bullets greedy? I meant CP. I'm gonna get so bent with nefarious TV. Slumber reads art of morbid. Cab 7, truly salmon. And we can never forget about Karen. 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 Karen.
Hey everybody, we're back. Hope you enjoyed the Z-Horde anthem. I hope you were out there in your living rooms, in your bedrooms, out in your backyard, in your front yard, even at work. I don't care where you at. I hope you were shaking it, baby. Shake it, but don't break it though.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. So what you guys think about them ghost tours? I certainly want to one day be on a ghost tour. I won't be in an investigation though.
I want to know about the ghost tour, right? Mm-hmm. Is it kid friendly?
Oh, I guess we gotta look into it a little bit more and find out. Because yeah, we'd like to take our little ones, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Well, maybe not to that one because it's too far from us, but you know.
All right, she got to go. See ya, Aisha. Have a good night, and thanks for stopping by. Stereo Dread, baby.
He loves that thing. It's his new toy. So please bear with him and all of the echoes, the voluntary echoes. Because remember, baby, way back when we always used to have those ugly,
involuntary, haunted spookings.
Oh, I hated that echo. So glad we learned how to fix our audio at least a little bit. You know, we still got some to go, but hey, we're not experts.
I know why that used to happen though, because of the echo. I know why. I'll tell you. You know why?
Why
it happened? I'll tell you. It's because it was possessed. That's why.
Oh man, well, I don't know about that, but I do know this. Mr. X Dreams
For
is
real?
here.
Oh my God, everybody. Put your hands together for Mr. X Dreams, baby. He's in the hizzos.
Woo woo. Hello. Welcome, Mr. X Dreams. Welcome to Stereo Dread.
Bravissimo.
Hello, brother. Oh, we're so glad to have you here. Oh no, you're good. You're totally good.
Oh no, you're
really.
fashionably late.
Yes, fashionably late. Okay,
Yes.
we usually don't introduce our guests till after the Z-Horde anthem.
Yep. So you were right on time, baby.
Yeah, that's to give them time to, do whatever they need to do and to join the hangouts, make sure their camera's off if they wish, however they want anything to go on their end. That's why we do that. So we're very, very glad to see you. And you are doing great. Everybody, they're already putting their hands together, so we don't have to do it.
I know. Everybody in the chat is really like jazzed up, like Philia, Evil Outcast. Everybody's just jazzed up about it. So
you have fans here. Mr.
Yeah, we got a lot of friends in common over here.
Oh,
yeah, we do.
Oh, okay, great.
Especially the big dog himself. Dark Waters, baby.
Yes.
Dark Waters.
Yeah, the original homie right there.
Yes. He is basically pretty much almost like our mentor.
Oh man, yeah. He's a true G.
Yeah. We've been fans of both of you since Dezombified actually started.
Since before Dezombified, right?
Yeah.
That's what you just said?
Yeah.
Oh wow!
Like maybe 2016?
That's flattering. I appreciate that.
On our personal accounts, hell yeah.
Yeah.
You, Dark Waters, forget about it.
A lot of you guys have been an inspiration to us. Narrators, that is.
Yeah, we've been into the paranormal and supernatural for a long time, man.
Oh, yeah.
Ever since we were kids, you know. So,
And horror.
And horror. So you check all the boxes, my friend. Plus, you're very talented. So there's always that.
That's true. That's true. Oh.
I don't know what to say. I appreciate the kind words.
Oh. No, we mean it. You're pretty awesome, you know, and humble, which we like too. And speaking of, let me just start by asking him the first question, right, baby? How about you tell us your name? Where'd it come from?
Well, this if you listen to enough of my videos, you'll probably hear like 2 or 3 different versions of this, because I guess it depends on what I'm thinking and how I'm feeling at the time, what I can remember at the time. But the Mr. X part started from, like, I think it was maybe around middle school or high school, where I was kind of known by Mr. X because I was basically selling bootleg video games. And I had that was like my persona for
That's
people
awesome.
that, you know, the end user never really saw me. They just saw someone I would have as kind of like an agent, and the person they were buying the game from actually was Mr. X. So that's where the Mr. X part came from.
Oh, that
And
is
the
so
dreams,
funny.
obviously, I started my channel with all the dream content and talking about my dreams and nightmares and stuff like that. So I figure Mr. X dreams.
So, you
That's
know,
kind of how that came about.
that story about the Mr. X part reminds me of Breaking Bad. I don't know if you ever seen
Yeah,
that.
it's a lot tamer version of Breaking Bad. Yes.
Yes, a cleaner version.
Yeah.
Nice.
Family friendly, as appropriate for YouTube.
Oh, you know, that's another thing I was gonna mention. It's true. We're trying really hard to be as family friendly as possible. You know, it's a little hard for us.
Yeah, it's not easy.
You know, sometimes a little hood comes out of us, and you know,
or a guest.
yeah, or a guest, or even in the chat. You know, but we're trying. We're trying. So. Mr. Extremes, there is an elephant in the room that we all want to address, and everybody on Discord has been DMing us and even on Twitter asking us, how is your mom's recovery going?
Oh, well, thank you for asking. I actually just spent the weekend helping take care of her and everything. She's doing okay. She had the double mastectomy, so most of that, the massive, you know, the tumor and everything is gone, but now it's kind of spread to her bones. So she's got a fracture in her spine from one of the bones that had one of the vertebrae that had the cancer in it. So that's the reason why she can't get up and around and cook for herself and stuff. So, you know, we went over we've been taking turns helping her out, doing what we can, you know. But she looks pretty good. She's in good spirits. I believe in her. And people have been coming out of the woodwork. I have to thank you guys again for the gesture of kindness that you showed the time when my sister and I were doing the stream. That was really heartwarming. That actually, if I'm being honest, that day I was really close to just saying, you know what, I don't have enough time to devote to YouTube anymore, really. And I was kind of becoming not really disillusioned by the whole thing, but I was just sort of, it was taking a lot out of my day, and I had a lot of other obligations. But when I saw the love and the concern and all that stuff from the people that came to that stream, that kind of made me have a renewed interest in continuing to make content, even though I can only do it like once a month, maybe. I'm still working and I'm still plugging away at it. So that kind of brought me back a little bit. You know, I was touched.
Oh God, you made me all, you know, mushy.
Yeah, you should have seen, Mr. X. You should have seen her. She was over here fanning herself, like, you know how
I
girls
got sweaty
do.
eyeballs.
You know.
Yeah.
She's blushing.
Yeah, it's an emotional topic. There's nothing wrong with that, you know.
Yeah, it's awesome, man. We're just so proud and, just joyed that you are continuing to continue on, doing what you do here on YouTube, because you have a strong following, loyal supporters and family. And yeah, it's just awesome.
Paste.
Okay. Hey, I got a quick shout out though. We got Mr. Dark Waters, baby. He's in his house.
Oh man, it's an honor.
What's going on, man?
Oh my God, it is an honor. Anyway, Dark Waters, he knows how we feel.
And wait, we got Promethean Dude. He's in his house.
Hi, Prom.
And we got Lewis Witt, baby. He's in his house.
Hi, Lewis. We're gonna be playing a beautiful creation by Lewis Witt, in collaboration with Yaman.
Yeah, and me.
And Kenny, of course, Mr. Kenny Dreadful over here.
Yes.
The three of them put their parts into creating something beautiful. But really quick, I just threw up a link to the GoFundMe to help with Mr. Extreme's mom.
That's right.
And it's up on screen as well, guys.
Mama Extremes. That's right. Mama Extremes.
Mama Extremes. That's right. And if you guys can help, please do so. And if you can't, share it, because that's another way to help.
That's right.
Share it, retweet it, whatever you need to do. In addition to, you may not be able to help today, but put it in your bookmarks on your browser or your favorites, so that one day if you have a few extra dollars, you could just, pop it in there.
That's right.
Okay. So that's
Thank you all very much. Anything is more than appreciated. I never expected it to get to the level it is at this point, and I appreciate it. Everybody's very deeply touched. My whole family really looks at that and they're like, holy crap.
Well, she's beautiful.
It's really touching.
Well, you got a beautiful family, man.
You do.
All you.
I agree.
Every single one of you is beautiful. And we really, like I said, we've been fans for a while, and we're all about love and caring and helping each other, and we just couldn't sit by idly knowing that was going on, and just couldn't and not say something or step forward. So yeah, man.
Yeah, we had to do what we had to do. We're definitely not shy about opening our mouths.
Nope.
We got big mouths.
Yeah.
So
you wouldn't make it very far out here if you were.
No, I totally I understand. But yeah, it's so worthy to see a family that is so together and so beautiful and so just touching.
United.
It's touching. We've all lost someone, and personally we've also lost, family members, and
I lost both my parents.
Yeah.
So I know the struggle when having a parent, sick and in the hospital, and this is just terrible.
Yeah, it is. So it's
Sorry to
totally
hear that.
identifiable.
Thank you so much.
Okay,
Mr.
I'm gonna
Extremes.
stop
Thank
because I'm too mushy right now.
Okay.
And so
Right.
okay. Whew. All right, so let me see, where are we? I'm
Here.
like scatterbrained right
All
now.
right, here, dry your eyes, bro.
Oh man. I don't know what's wrong with me today.
You're real emotional today. Is it a full moon out?
Oh man. Okay. No, but totally, we want you to speak to our audience, for those who don't know, that probably just woke up out of a coma recently or something, who you are and what you do with your channel.
Yeah.
Well, I am Mr. X Dreams, of course, and what I've been doing, I'm kind of, like you said, scatterbrained myself with what I'm doing on my channel these days. I'm always coming up with all these different ideas to change things up, and half of them I never actually end up doing. But the thing that I've been kind of sticking to and falling back on is making, basically, people send me emails about their allegedly true experiences, supernatural, paranormal, that type of stuff. Sometimes even dreams and nightmares if it's really interesting. and I will take those messages, those conversations that I have with these people, and sort of mold them into, without adding too much detail or taking away too much detail, mold them into like a narrative that you can listen to like a story, and that'll be entertaining. And I create stories and almost like mini dramas based on those, and that's what I typically upload on my channel. But I also sometimes do my own original stories that I just come up with and write and narrate, put sound effects and stuff like that. And sometimes I do interviews where I talk to the person and discuss it with them one-on-one, like over the phone or Skype or something like that. So it's just, you kind of never know when I'm going to show up and when I'm going to do anything. I'm working on a big video right now. Well, it's big for me. It's not that, maybe probably going to be 20 minutes total, but I'm always working on something, and you never know when I'm going to show up or what it's going to be. So if you like me and you're rolling with me, then it is what it is. You know, hopefully you enjoy it.
You know, that's kind of the idea that we had with this. Like, you know, we'll post when we post, you know, and if people like us when we post, they'll come back, you know. But I don't know, for some reason it took a life of its own, and now we're like slaves to the YouTube now.
I wouldn't call it slavery, because
that's the thing I will never be. I'd rather lose half of my subscribers than put myself on a regimen that, you know, and be a part of that machine. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just if you leave, then you weren't the real deal. You didn't want to hear me. That's fine. I have no problem with that.
I feel you.
I can't. I honestly don't have time to try to fit what YouTube wants. You know?
Exactly.
Gotcha.
I feel you. You know, it just happened that way. But luckily for us, we enjoy meeting new people like you, Mr. X Dreams, and everybody else, like all the other, you know, guests that we've had on in the past.
My
so
goodness.
I guess it's the labor of love, you know.
It is.
It's just
what
that,
else would we do?
you know, YouTube is just, you know, banking off of it in their own way, because they always bank off of everybody, right?
Yeah.
So no, whether you're getting paid or not, they're still getting theirs. So
that is true.
Oh yeah.
I understand.
And I mean,
that.
if you're doing what entertains you and what fulfills you and makes you feel good, then and by all means, you know, do your thing.
Oh,
you know,
yeah,
I just hope that YouTube is not controlling or dictating what and what not you do, you know. And I don't think that's the case with you guys, from what I've seen.
Thank you.
Well, you know something, now that you say that, it's interesting that you said that, because we are coming very close to 1,000 subscribers and to the 4,000 hour views, if that's what you call it.
Yes.
And we're actually seriously not really thinking about monetizing for that reason, because we want to be our own bosses, for one, and another thing is it's more freedom that way. Like, there's more flexibility in the sense of, I wouldn't say so much your content, because we are trying to make it very family friendly as much as we can anyway, within reason, but more in the sense that, you know, there is less chance for people to sabotage you that way. You know, like, I don't know if you've ever heard of Pusha Studios, but yesterday, I think it was sometime this weekend, they had an issue where people just started flagging them. They got demonetized, their live stream got taken down midstream, and less things like that tend to happen if you're not monetized. I mean, they still happen, it's just less. They mess with you less. So we're really considering not going that route, at least not for now. We want to enjoy this.
What was your mindset once you reached that 1,000 subscribers? Was it, you know, I'm monetizing right now? Did you wait?
I monetized as soon as I had the ability to.
Okay.
Honestly, I didn't have any reservations about it, and the way I do it is, the way I treat it is like, it's like an unexpected bonus. I never know when Google is going to pay me, and I never really care because I have a job, I've got a family and stuff that I have to take care of. So the YouTube it's like a hobby for me.
Right.
I let off steam. I do something I love doing, which is narrating and creating stories. And if somebody gives me a couple of bucks every once in a while for me to do that, it's a bonus.
I hear you.
So I don't. I like it, but I don't. If I can't put out a video for a month and a half, then I don't put out a video for a month and a half. If I have a chance to get online and do something, I'll do it. But yeah, I would say go for it. I mean, monetize. If you're trying to you're steering clear of the pitfalls, the normal pitfalls that everybody knows about. Everybody's going to get hit once in a while. I got demonetized by something I had no idea was a thing. Yeah, I was demonetized for a month. I think it was like in April or something. And my channel has never been the same since. And it was, they said I was duplicating content when apparently I was stealing from myself because I had a 2.5 hour long stream, and then I uploaded like a 30-minute version of it that was condensed, and they struck me right after that, and they said your account's demonetized.
Oh man! Wow,
so I stole too much from myself.
It
was weird.
Man, that is crazy.
But still, it was crazy, and I tried to appeal, and a bunch of people made a ruckus about it on Twitter. A bunch of people came to my aid, which was really another awesome thing to see.
Oh yeah, that's one thing
But I mean, it's if you do your thing, it'll be you'll get a couple of dollars now and then, and keep it moving. It's a good little bonus. You might as well.
We'll see. We'll see. But really quick, baby, we got a couple roll calls. Just so you know.
Oh really? Who?
Dingleberry.
Dingleberry's in his house. What's up, Dingleberries?
P8 Nightmares?
We got PA Nightmare, baby. He's in his house.
It's just a thing we do here, Mr.
Yeah, it's
Extremes.
just a thing we do.
We
I dig it.
We will interrupt you from time to time.
We try not to interrupt.
We try
not to.
But we might.
It's possible. It's happened. It's happened.
Yeah, we like to interact with our audience and our supporters.
I'm in your house, guys. So you do what you gotta do.
On that note, we're gonna ask you some questions. Ooh. So let me ask you, how did your love of paranormal and the horror, how did it begin?
Well, I've probably seen maybe 10 horror films in my life.
Wow.
And so I wouldn't call myself a true horror fan. I just saw like the first 3 Freddy Krueger movies like this year.
Of course.
I wasn't allowed to watch them when I was a kid. I tried, but if I did, I would have had more of a passion for it. But I've always been interested in paranormal. And I have a family history of weird, paranormal experiences. At least things that I'm kind of more of a skeptic these days.
Okay.
But there's a lot of things that have happened to me and family members of mine that I have to admit are not easily explained. So that's hearing other people's stories that are similar to that. And that's what attracts me to continuing this work on my YouTube channel.
Well, Mr. Extremes, Dingleberry saying, "I love you."
I love Dingleberry. I never thought I'd say that live on air, but hey, you gotta keep it real, man.
That's
yeah,
awesome.
Dingleberry said he's been here awesome. A while.
Dingleberry's awesome.
Yeah, and usually whenever Kenny does appear on screen, he'll take the toilet paper and just rub it on the camera.
Yeah, I do that.
Every time Dingleberry shows up.
Every time Dingleberry shows up. We got Josie Kitty. She's in the his house. Nina Love. She's in the his house. So, that was an interesting bit of trivia regarding you and not really watching too many horror films and stuff. That was interesting. Let me ask you, can you recall your first scary movie, the first one you laid eyes on, whether you finished it or not? What was the first movie you laid eyes on that was scary?
I would have to think about that. I mean, I remember one of my earliest, it wasn't a scary movie, but it was a scene in a regular movie that scared the hell out of me and gave me nightmares. And it was a movie about John Henry. I don't know, it had to be like a maybe late 80s. It was like a claymation movie where it was animated clay figures, and it was really janky animation. And there was a part where when they, John Henry, and it's the thing that got me is that this story is it's such a powerful story. A man working himself to death in order to defeat a machine, and he successfully does it. They're laying the railroad tracks, him versus this machine that's made to do that automatically, and they have this big black dude, with a sledgehammer in each hand, and it looks weird. It kind of looks creepy already as it is, and he's slamming these railroad spikes down, and he beats the machine, but he collapses at the end. And the people gather around him, and they realize that he passed away through the effort. And a person says, "John Henry is dead," and it turns around, and this is clay, melty looking animated clay face of it looks like maybe a child with their hands on the sides of their face like Home Alone, and this weird like screaming noise plays. So it's like John Henry's dead, and then like this weird screaming like orchestral beat comes up, and this weird melty screaming clay face is in the camera unexpectedly. That wasn't a horror movie by any means, but that scene is still burned into my mind as one of the first scary affecting things that I saw on film. It was, that thing, and then that's the first thing that popped into my mind when you say my earliest horror film, and it was that moment.
Oh goodness. Well, yeah, that sounds interesting. I think I'm gonna want to see that.
That's actually honestly a refreshing take.
It is.
Mostly the people we talk to is a movie, but this is like a cartoon, and it's different. It's a different take. It's refreshing. So thank you for sharing that with us. Really appreciate it.
Well, quickly, baby, we have
it was like an educational film, kind of. But that's what I took from it, was that horrifying scene.
I bet you it's available on YouTube somewhere.
I couldn't. I've been looking for it for years. Actually, I can't find it.
Do you know the title?
Yeah, it's one of those old school. It was some kind of John Henry claymation film, and it was really old.
We're gonna go look for that.
I was watching it on VHS. It probably only exists on VHS.
We got
Maybe
a shout
somebody
out.
will find it.
Excuse me, Mr. Extremes, but we have Life as Mo's.
Hi.
They're in the his house.
We got another one.
Who?
Don Sharp.
Don Sharp, everybody. He's taking time from globetrotting to be here with us tonight. He's in the his house.
Oh my gosh. There was a question
in the chat
for
Mr. Extreme.
Mr. X.
Okay.
He says that he's always wanted to see a video with AMR, AMR X, Mr. Scarecrow, Nightmare Files, and Corpse Husband, and Mr. X Dreams. He wants to know what are the possibilities of a collab with all those dudes.
Was that Dingleberry?
Dingleberry,
of course. Of course.
She asks if, you know, if that could be ever a possibility.
That's a very doable collab, except for the corpse husband part. He doesn't. I mean, I know corpse husband, but he doesn't really do a lot of collabs. I've never been able to wrangle him in that way. And Mr. Scarecrow, me and him go way back. Nightmare Files, I recently stumbled upon him. He's cool. We could probably do that, but corpse husband is a very busy man. Maybe one of these days we'll get back around to it. I have collabed with Mr. Scarecrow in the past, actually. He's a good dude.
I think I remember that. Not too sure. I gotta look back in the archives, but I think I remember that.
Yeah.
So, are you married? Children?
That's top secret information.
Okay, we respect that. That's totally understandable. We get it.
Yeah, there's a certain threshold of things that I talk about freely, and I mean that information will come out one of these days when it's the most epic and momentous time for it to do so. But yeah, I have a project in the pipeline right now that may or may not give some insight on that situation.
Cool. Well,
So let
good
me
luck
ask
with
you.
that.
Then let me ask you
Very
a
good luck with
follow-up
that. But I tell you
question.
one thing, I understand how you feel because, you know, I feel the same way. People ask, you know, all the time on the chat, Kenny Dreadful, are you married? Kenny Dreadful, are you with someone? And I'm always saying, you know, it's private. I can't really share that with you guys.
Oh, yeah,
so I
sure.
understand. I feel you. Let me ask a question. Have you ever met
A
or
man
spoke
after
with
my own heart.
Exactly. There we go. Two birds of a feather.
What am I, chopped liver? I mean, what the hell?
Have you ever met or spoke with a famous celebrity, Mr. Extremes?
Spoke with a famous celebrity.
Could be a rapper, a
I
baller.
feel like
anybody.
okay. I have, but it's probably not. Well, it's a celebrity that anybody who's watched any cartoon show or Japanese animation show ever has heard his voice, but they might not have seen his face. It's a guy named Steve Bloom. He used the voice of he's in pretty much every video game, every anime, and a lot of cartoon shows. He played Spike Spiegel in Cowboy Bebop. He played, if anybody ever watched Toonami growing up on Cartoon Network, he played the voice of Tom, the robot that hosts the show. Yeah, it's certain. Basically, any nerd would recognize his voice, and I call myself a nerd. I met him a couple of times at like comic conventions and stuff like that. But that's. Oh, and I also had a good conversation with the guy who voiced Batman from Batman the Animated Series and the Batman
Shut up.
Arkham games
serious?
and stuff. Yeah,
Wow.
Kevin Conroy. He was really cool.
I love that series.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
man.
that's an iconic series. He is. Many people regard him as the one true Batman because he's the voice of Batman that we all grew up with. You know. And he gave me some really good advice on voice acting and stuff like that. Very nice guy.
Nice. That is amazing.
That is wicked cool, though, too. That's awesome. Let's see here.
Let me ask you this. How does your family feel when you first told them? How did they feel? How did they react when you first said, hey, I'm going to be doing a YouTube channel and this is what it's going to be about?
I never got that strong of a reaction except from my sister because she was already a YouTuber, the same one that was on the stream with me that time. She was the only person who really identifies with me on that, and you know, my I got a bunch of aunts and uncles and cousins that watch or listen to my stuff once in a while, but my parents are, you know, relatively unimpressed by it because, you know, they just I don't know. It's just not their thing. They support me in anything I do. They always have, but they're not really fans. You know.
Well, at least you got.
My dad does want a shirt still, though. I haven't gotten one yet.
That's awesome. Well, at least you got some relatives that are interested. Because I tell you what, I think there's only one on my side that has dropped in a couple of times in the past, and everybody else thinks that we worship the devil. So there's that.
Yeah, that's I know exactly how you feel on that, because that is part of the reason why some of my family members are less interested. They kind of don't want to know what I'm talking about on here sometimes. You know, it's the whole slippery slope.
Relatable.
Yeah, well, when you don't understand something and you don't bother looking into it, we tend to demonize it as human beings. It's just what we do.
Yep.
You know, I try my best to educate myself on everything and anything that is going to cross my path, because I just want to know.
Well, I was taught never to, judge a book by its cover. So that's how I approach things. But we got a roll call. We got Maskino, baby. He's in his house.
And Philia.
I said Philia.
Oh, okay.
But I'll do it again. We got Philia Noctis, baby. She's in his house.
Oh my God. Oh man, us and our echo.
What are you using that for? I don't want to break the mystique or anything.
Oh.
But how are you doing that effect?
On a mixer.
You have like a Behringer mixer or something?
No, we used to have a Behringer
Yeah,
mixer.
just recently we had
we
one.
just
We
changed
just switched this
If
weekend.
in the what episode was that?
Wasn't it this weekend?
Was
Oh no,
it was,
Friday.
Who was? I think it was Victoria Beckham. I think
I don't
Duchess Dark.
Well,
It was Duchess Dark. We did an unboxing, so you could check that out, because we don't have the information ready. But I know it's a Yamaha.
yeah, it's a Yamaha
it's a mixer.
MG10XU.
Oh, okay.
MG10XU.
But I have more questions, Miss Stereo, for Mr. Extremes, if you don't mind. I'd like to know, how do you have like a website as well, or is it just YouTube and Twitter? Do you have like a website that we could link in the chat?
I do have a website. It's MrXDreams.com, but
Gotcha.
Okay,
I kind
we're
of
gonna link
decided, because I'm scaling down everything for the channel, just to kind of streamline things and make it less of a task for me. So I'm probably not going to renew the website unless my channel blows up and I need the website again.
Okay, so
but, for now, you can go to MrXDreams.com and check it out. I mean, if you want.
All right, cool.
I've been taking subscriber stories and stuff based on through my website. It's pretty convenient for now.
Yeah,
I don't want to tell a bunch of people to go there and then they check it 6 months from now and it's offline.
Dingleberry has a question. He wants to know how you feel about newer channels like.
Let's see here. He said, how would Mr. X compare this generation of horror narrators to the older generations of horror narrators? Older would be like Mr. Nightmare and Corpse, and you would be like Haunted and Nightmare Files. Mr. Haunted and Nightmare Files.
Okay. I wouldn't really compare them, because everybody's doing their own thing. I always kick myself for not getting into the narration game earlier on.
Same.
That's the way I always am with everything. I'm always like several years late to everything. Somebody told me like 5 years ago to get on Fiverr and start doing voice acting jobs, and I didn't do it until this year, and I'm getting a few jobs on there now. But if I started 5 years ago, I'd probably be a freaking millionaire by now. You know what I mean? Like and same thing with this narration stuff. If I was at the ground floor and I was a part of that group, it would have been a whole different game than it is now. But everybody who started back then, they're doing their thing now, whatever they feel like doing, and the new guys are doing their own thing. I appreciate every one of them in their own way, So I don't really see the need to compare them. They're, it's all about what you like and what your tastes are.
That's pretty much almost the same answer
merits.
everybody gives us when Dingleberry asks that question, but because she asks it often. But yeah, it's an interesting thing to see different perspectives on the matter.
But I agree.
Yeah, it really is.
Mr. Extremes, let me ask you another question. So what scares Mr. Extremes?
That's a good one.
What's your fear?
Doppelgangers.
Doppelgangers. Okay.
Two things. Doppelgangers and being in the water with a gigantic creature of any kind. Those are my two probably phobias.
Oh my god,
that's
die.
Yeah. The idea of doppelgangers is extremely haunting and unsettling to me, but even worse is being in water. Like imagine you're in murky water and there's a gigantic creature in the water with you, something that could hurt you. Even if it's not something that could hurt me, I would still be freaking terrified of it.
Oh yeah, I hear you. I understand that, because honestly I have an irrational fear of getting eaten alive by sharks. But I don't get in the water, and not even when I go to the beach, so there's that.
Yo, Jaws, right?
Good
scared
call.
Of a lot of people.
You don't like sharks.
Sharks
no, me neither.
Sharks are dangerous.
Hell yeah. Sorry about that.
Don't do that, Mysterio.
I have to fix the mic. It's acting up. So sorry about that. Yeah, we probably need a new XLR wire for this mic.
Wire?
Yeah.
Okay.
For this mic, yeah.
Okay, we'll
pretty
buy
good.
one.
Amazon Basics are pretty good, like $7.
Yep, that's the ones that we got now.
Wow.
Well, we got one Amazon Basics, and we got one that came with a microphone, a cheap $20 mic that we had purchased when we were first starting out.
Okay.
So let me see. So it's you and your sister. Any other friends or family doing YouTubes as well?
I don't have any really close people that I can think of right now doing YouTube. My sister is like 5 times bigger channel than mine is.
Right.
But yeah, everyone else that I
I've
know
seen her
is
channel.
people that I have come across in the community and stuff like Let's Read and Unit 522. I've kind of befriended those guys since they were like little channels like my size, and now they're huge. And those guys are
Little?
awesome.
You think you little? Okay.
Well, relatively speaking, I mean,
I'm just teasing you.
I compare myself
understand.
on the scale of like Corpse Husband and
That's crazy.
Mr. Creepypasta and those guys.
Right.
Yeah, Mr.
That's the
Creepypasta
scale
was
I
on
compare
here.
my size to.
Yeah, Mr. Creepypasta
Yeah, we were
was on here.
fortunate to land Mr. Creepypasta.
Yeah.
As
Very
well as
lucky.
Nightmare Files and Let's Read. Just everybody.
Yeah, Let's Read was on here.
Oh my god. Our
That's
first-
cool. It's always cool to see those guys supporting,
the smaller channels.
the
Yeah, it's true.
the smaller channels like us. It's nice.
It is nice. It makes you feel, like accepted into the club.
Oh yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's cool. It's cool.
Yep. Slumber Reads
So,
too. I mean, so many.
Yep, Swamp Dweller.
Yeah. Good dudes. I always appreciate that. Philia Noctis has asked this question a couple times. I want to.
Oh, yeah, do it.
She's an old school.
Yeah. Answer as many
as
questions as you like from the chat. You go off.
Yeah. So she said, "How's the Mr. X Dreams podcast doing?" And I'm trying to mention this as much as possible, but I was going to do a podcast, but I decided not to do it anymore. I hyped it up and it's in a bunch of my videos, me talking about it, but I'm trying to like walk that back now because I simply the way that I'm going to be handling YouTube from now on is going to be strictly when I can conveniently do it, because I got so much other stuff I have to do. so many other responsibilities.
Oh,
So all
yeah.
all the stuff that I did, like I did an interview with Philia Noctis about one of her personal creepy experiences, or several creepy experiences that she had as my pilot episode for that podcast.
Right.
And that's going to be releasing on my regular channel in the future.
Oh,
So,
cool.
you know, I try to walk that podcast thing back as much as I can
I hear you.
when I can.
She says that's why she
that was
lives in
going to be a
Arizona.
whole other set of things that I have to check on and update and all this stuff. I
Yeah.
don't have time for all that.
Yeah.
Philia Noctis said that's why she lives in Arizona. No sharks.
Yep.
She's too much Philia, man. We love Philia.
But wait, they got snakes, they got scorpions.
Oh God. Why'd you have to go and mess it
tarantulas.
up?
I think they got like black widow spiders as well. You gotta be careful out there. Coyotes.
Everybody's got their thing. Everybody's got something.
That's true.
Awesome.
Let me see. So, name something, Mr. Extremes, that you would do different if you had the chance to. When you were first starting out.
Start 4 years earlier.
Yes.
That's the biggest thing.
I know.
That's the biggest thing.
We should have started this 10 years ago, damn it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I hear you.
Yeah, y'all wouldn't even be talking to me right now. You'd be in Bora Bora or something, or flying on a private jet streaming from there.
Aw,
That would be amazing.
you're
Thank you
too
for thinking so
kind.
highly of us. That's awesome. Thank you.
No, it's timing on this thing. Like there's a lot of this stuff. Like, you know, it's like buying stock in Facebook when it first came out. Someone told me to buy it many years ago when Facebook first went public with their stocks. And I was like, man, I'm not paying $17 a share for no Facebook. You know, what's Facebook? And then, you know, 10 years later, it's like $200 a share.
Right.
You know, I could have retired off of that if I was more forward thinking. So,
Honestly,
you know, but
You right.
that's
you right.
another thing. I am another thing that scares me is changing the past. The idea of changing the past and the ripple effects that would have, and
The butterfly
the people
effect.
that would or wouldn't exist, and the things that could be changed as a result of the butterfly effect. The idea, the more I think about that, the more scared I feel. So I try not to think about it too often.
Gotcha. No, totally. We understand. I'm not gonna lie to you. I personally would say no. I wouldn't do things differently as far as starting over 4 years ago, because even the people you meet are affected by this, and then we wouldn't have met some of the people we have met now. So I'm happy. And honestly, if we do blow up, we're still gonna be doing this. It's just gonna be a lot easier, obviously, because you know, you get a little bit more bang, you can invest more, maybe hire some people to take the heavy load, you know what I mean? And that is the dream, because I would love to do that. So
Man, that would be awesome. Having somebody you can just record and then somebody else edit it and put it out. That would be fantastic.
yes,
It's my least favorite part.
Some of I know, right? Tell me
I
about
love it. I love it. It's just
Making the
it's time
thumbnails
consuming.
is time consuming.
No, baby, but you always have to make the thumbnails. I love your thumbnails for sure.
It's all right.
You know, but we'll have better stuff that programs that you can
I hope
use
you
to-
enjoyed your thumbnail I made for you today for your episode.
I did. It was pretty good. I didn't give you too much to work with, so you did a pretty good job.
Thanks. Let me ask you right quick. So, who were your inspirations to just say, "This is what I'm gonna do"?
The person that I was listening to the day that I decided, you know what, I could do this. I'm gonna do this. And I had an idea. I was going to talk about my dreams and everything. I was listening to B Busta. I haven't listened to him in a long time now, but I was like binging his content at some point. I was like, man, this stuff is fascinating. And people are always telling me like, oh, hey, you should be on the radio, or you should do this, or you should do that. And I come from a long line of storytelling type people. And I don't know how far back that goes, but most of the men in my family are like, we love telling stories. And I was like, you know what? I have some stories to tell. So why don't I just start that and see where it goes? And it evolved and morphed, and then here we are today, where I just do what I can when I can,
No, totally. We totally understand.
Hey, Mr. X Dreams, do you mind if we take a quick break? We'd like to show a poem that was sent to us by one of our beautiful family members right here in the chat. And, we told said person, Lewis Witt, everybody is Lewis Witt. So we told Lewis Witt that we'd be playing it while you were on so that you could get to hear it too. Because he's a huge fan of yours.
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
So do you mind if we play the poem?
Awesome. Absolutely. Let's hear it.
Thanks. All right. Well, this is a poem by Lewis Witt. He's on Discord. He goes by Superman over there. And so here we go.
All right.
Yeah, turn off the other
This soul, he with a twisted mind, can see souls, can't see mine. If he can see my soul, then I pity the poor fellow. For if he can see my soul, the devil in me will say, hello. He will then say, go down, down, you foolish clown. Go down to my hounds, gagged and bound, and you will fear this soul you found.
Cool.
Give it up for Lewis Witt for sending in that beautiful poem.
Totally.
Thank you so much, Lewis.
That was really good.
Oh yeah, we have lots of talent here in the Z Horde.
A lot of talent.
Oh yeah.
Man, I'm
these
impressed.
guys. Oh yeah, we have poets, we have artists, we have
Photographers.
animators, photographers,
Videographers.
videographers. My goodness, there's people here who do amazing
Discord knows how
arts
to do
and crafts.
Discord as well.
Oh yeah, yeah. Editing, lots of stuff. We have all types.
Yep.
You know, our supporters are not just supporters. They're part of the family, and they're also part of the team in a way, because we love to collab with our supporters. That's one thing that we pride ourselves with here in Stereo Dread, Dezombified, that we don't just interview and collab with other creators.
Which nothing's wrong with that, though.
Which no, of course not. If you
Nothing's
can
wrong
only
with that.
go but as far as you feel you can push. You know what I
Yes.
mean? But we like
Yeah.
to incorporate everybody.
We try anyway. We try our best.
We try. It's hard. Sometimes we can't get to everybody, at least not right away. We have had a couple of people actually leave us because of that, because we didn't get to them fast enough.
Yeah, that's true.
And it's difficult because we're only two people.
Only two people here
Yeah.
doing this.
Yeah, Kenny handles most of the artistic stuff, most of the social media, calendars, and things like that. I'll handle the tech stuff, editing, and stuff like that. And then we both get together socially with our crew and our beautiful Z Horde, as we love to call them. And so it's a juggle. It's a juggling act, and also a good schedule helps. That's why we have the calendar now, because it just makes life so much
Thank you,
easier.
Dark Waters. Dark
Oh,
Waters was
yeah.
like, you guys need to get on the calendar, man. What y'all doing?
Oh yeah.
That
He
sounds
told
like him.
us.
Yep.
Yeah. He told us y'all need to start taking calls, which We have now the ability to do that. We also do Hangouts interviews. We have Skype as well. And we do have a phone number that we use for calls. So yeah, there is a lot of different possibilities, if you know what I mean.
But enough about us. So tell me, Mr. Extremes, what's the scariest story that you have uttered out of your lips?
Ooh.
I usually go back to one of my favorite stories, and I just released the interview that I did for the podcast, but I released it on my channel about what I called the alpha class cryptids. These creatures, they were basically two humanoid creatures that were beyond any type of monster that I've ever heard of. They seem to have some extreme reality warping powers that you rarely hear about in these stories. And it was an incident that occurred in New York City, in Manhattan, in the broad daylight in an alleyway. And if you listen to the story, it's basically these two guys wearing these kind of wide brimmed hats with trench coats, and they're talking to this homeless guy, and they're offering him money for some reason. But when the observer, a man named Lou, was watching this interaction between these two guys and this homeless guy, when he starts to really focus in and look at those two guys, he's realizing that they're not human. And this whole time, everyone's kind of walking by and going about their day, but this event is happening, this encounter is happening in real time, in broad daylight, in front of everybody. And it's really creepy. And when you listen to it, one of the reasons why I decided to make a video out of that story is because the emotion and the sincerity with which Lou recounted the story to me was palpable. It was so real and believable that I was like, I've got to put this on. And I even did like the weird voices and everything.
Ooh.
And that's one of my more popular standalone true stories from subscribers. And
wow.
Then I recently I released the interview that I had literally sit and talk to him for like an hour and have him describe the experience firsthand. And it's really creepy. That's one of the scariest, because these creatures have such a complete grasp on their environment, and they're able to stop him from moving, paralyze him in his tracks. And it's really crazy. You gotta hear it. If you look at my channel and type in alpha class cryptids, there are two different videos where it's me telling the story with my rendition of it, and then there's one where you hear it directly from the guy that allegedly experienced it.
Ooh, a 2-for-1. I love
very
those.
Story.
Nice.
So you have the interview and a true scary story from Wall Street.
Correct. Yeah, correct. Correct.
So Philia, can you please
I got it.
Okay, we're gonna link that in the chat.
There it goes.
Oh, there it goes, right there. Great stuff.
That's part one.
Real quick, I gotta do a roll call. We got Slumber Reads, baby. He's in his house.
And
what?
Graveyard Grog.
Graveyard Grog. They're in his house.
Awesome.
Cool. So
I really enjoy that.
Oh, thanks, man. You know, growing up in the freaking hood, right? Because we grew up in Harlem, and then we moved to Massachusetts to raise our two daughters. But growing up in the hood in Harlem, you know, a lot of the local fellas would go out, and they would take their turntables, and they would take their mixers, and they would be out there with huge speakers, and they would be scratching and you know, freestyling and rapping, and the DJ, he would be up there talking, and it would be echoing, and it's like that was like I was really feeling that, and it's something I always just continue to feel. I always dig that. Like whenever I'm in an abandoned area, I always like say something loud just to hear the echo. Like in an empty apartment, an empty house, a really huge hallway.
ASMR much?
Yeah, I guess.
Oh man, really quick, I want to apologize for the buffering issues. TP, toilet paper, aka this platform that we are on, has been having quite a few troubles with that lately, with everybody, huge channels even. So we apologize for that. There is like absolutely nothing that we can do to help it.
Nope, nothing.
And so we're sorry about that. But
me Cooper.
No me culpa. It's TP. I call it TP because we don't like to call it by its actual name, or even the
they who shall not be named.
They who shall not be named. That's right.
Can I ask you a question, Mr. X Dreams? Did you attend college?
I did.
Oh,
I
wow.
did, and I hope never to have to again.
Did you complete it?
Yeah, I've got a bachelor's in just basically liberal arts, just general, and all the classes that I could shove together to do it. I was in the military.
Cool. Thank you for your service. You said you was in the military, right? Did I hear correctly?
Oh yeah. No, I'm saying that. Yeah, that's where I went to military university. While I was in the military, and that's how I was able to get everything done and stuck together. I mean, I got like 3 or 4 bachelor's degrees. I mean, not bachelor's, associate's degrees. And I was hoping I could just like stack those on top of each other and make a bachelor's or something, but I had to go a little bit further than that for some reason.
Right.
It's really,
Thank you for your
I'm
service,
not a school
man.
Guy, I never really liked it. Oh, it's my pleasure.
Yeah.
It's my pleasure.
We are big on that here. We really are. We love our veteran and serving men and women. So thank you for that.
Oh, absolutely.
So
yeah, I feel this weird pull back towards it once in a while. I've been out for like several years. I got out in like 2011 or something like that. But every time I see someone in uniform, I'm like, maybe I should go back. I don't know. It's weird. It's this weird like Stockholm syndrome relationship.
I wouldn't call it that. I would say, it's a sense of family. Okay? Because we have our family here, our earthly family or whatever. But from what I understand and from what I've been told, it is a sense of brotherhood, sisterhood in the military and all of the armed forces across the board. They all say the same thing. When I'm here, I miss it over there. When I'm over there, I miss it over here. It's kind of like how we feel about our channel. Sometimes we do get tired and we're like, oh, we're gonna throw in the towel. But then the Z Horde, man, our supporters, it's like a family. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, you don't want to leave them hanging.
Yes.
Right,
I know
right.
how I feel.
Yes.
Right. We love them so much. That's another reason why we also do something here called the Discord after party. We have a Discord, and sometimes after our live streams, we'll have an after party, and we'll go and hang out with them and listen to all of them talk and their ideas. And just they have so much to offer and so much and so willing. They're so willing to help. I've never seen anything like that. For people to just want to help other people succeed at no cost at all, without expecting anything in return, and giving unconditional love. I've never seen that before. So
that's
this is
the type of people that that you attract on this, in this community. I don't know how, but and it's weird because I see a lot of hate and a lot of complaining and gripes and stuff like that on the bigger narration channels and stuff like that, but with the smaller communities like us are seem like a lot more tight-knit among the subscriber and the listeners. It's a lot more love and compassion than when you get 10,000 people in a comment section. There's going to be bound to be tons and tons of discord, you know what I mean?
Well, yeah, it can happen, but I gotta say that when it comes to the bigger channels, what we have found, it really depends on the creator and the type of community that they have built. I'll give you an example. Some of them have remained so grounded and so down to earth that you don't see that a lot. Like, I'll give you an example, Mr. Creepypasta. He is a person that he's so down to earth and so sweet and welcoming and embracing.
True.
We've never seen that from him, but
Nope.
I mean, we don't know all things because we're obviously busy with our own content and our own channel, but we definitely have seen some love and a lot of good things from some of the bigger channels, but I get what you mean, and that only happens if you go too commercial. If you let it get too much to your head, you know what I mean? That's when it starts to get a little dicey there, and but yeah, baby, real quick, we have a roll call.
We got Natalia, baby. She's in the his house.
Welcome, Natalia. So yeah, that's one thing. I was kind of gonna ask you a related question though. What is one misconception that you would like to dispel about this community, the horror community in general, whether it be, well, not so much horror because you said you're not well versed in that, but
the paranormal
and horror narration and
the dream community,
this
just
community
all of it.
here.
And all the subgenres.
Yeah.
I guess the biggest thing to me would be people taking the stories and are not taking them too seriously, but sometimes people get into it a little bit too much. I don't know how really to describe it. I mean, I've had people basically not curse me out, but get mad at me. Like, I used to have this video up about a werewolf ritual. It was one of my first videos. It was a ritual that a young man emailed me about, saying that he tried to do this ritual to turn himself into a werewolf. And I kid you not, to this day, I still get people saying, "Hey, you need to put me in contact with that man because I need the powers of a werewolf, and I need to do this, and if you don't help me, then I'm gonna die. Somebody's after me or whatever." Weird stuff like that with people. And when I say, "Hey, I'm not putting you in contact with one of my subscribers, I'm not giving you the personal contact information of someone else.
Right.
I assure you'll be fine without the werewolf ritual spell." And I
Dude,
try to explain to people, I still know that kid. He's not a werewolf. This is like 3 years ago where he did this thing. And there's a fine line between, there's allegedly true stories. There's people, taking someone's account seriously. They, if they believe what they're telling me, then that's enough for me to say, "Hey, this is an interesting true story that we can discuss and be entertained by and food for thought and think about it." But there's no need to take it to that level where you really will get pissed off about it. This is all, at the end of the day, this is entertainment. I'm not a paranormal detective. I'm a storyteller, and I think most of us are, and we wouldn't really consider ourselves anything more than that.
Seriously.
I mean, some people would, but go to those people and demand answers from them, not me. You know what I mean?
And whatever happened
If
to
somebody claims to have some kind of crazy inside dope on this stuff, then let them be the one that you can knock on their door and track them down and ask them for the ritual.
That's right.
I'm not the guy.
Oh, not just that. Number one, like you just said, do your own research. Okay? If you're that desperate. Number two, get a dog. Seriously, if you're afraid of safety, get a damn dog. Those are good, especially pit bulls. They're scary. Also, I mean, why the hell would you even want to, assuming this is real, in the universe that this will be real, that somebody can actually literally go all, freaking werewolf, full-on werewolf. Why would you want to put yourself through all that pain? Because the metamorphosis alone, it could kill a person.
Excruciating.
It would be excruciating.
Yeah.
Like, my goodness.
Yeah.
And it would take a lot longer.
And that's just hypothetically the way that we
hypothetically
imagine
speaking,
it would be.
I mean, I've heard of werewolf type spiritual stuff. Okay, I get it. But like a werewolf literally, I don't know. That would defy.
The burden of proof on that is pretty high.
Yes, it is. The burden of proof is high.
I would need some legit, serious proof.
Oh, hell yeah. Like, we are skeptical believers.
Yes.
I heard somebody else say it today. I think it was Mia Mina on today's broadcast with 13 Past Midnight. Because I don't know if you know, but we do have some of our viewers do live streams on our channel. We have the Morning Rush, which is the Morning Horde Rush with Steve Stockton. And then there's the Midday Horde Rush with Creepy Clown Girl, Evil Outcast,
and
Philia Noctis. That's right. We've also had Matt Chatter with MD Who Entertainment on here.
Gothic Rose. Yeah.
So we've had some guest hosts on here, as well as
Pumpkin Queen.
Oh yeah, lots of people.
Dice rolling.
And I was hearing Mia Mina talk today about being a skeptical believer, because we're believers, we really are, but we're skeptical because I think a healthy dose of skepticism could do no wrong every now and then. So real quick.
Yeah, the way.
Go ahead.
Okay, I'm sorry. The way I like to look at it is like this. As far as being a believer or not, I'm willing to consider evidence, and I'm willing to even sort of suspend my disbelief for the sake of telling a story that I find to be compelling, or that I believe the person truly, they're telling me their experience. There's things that have happened to me in my life that no one else believes is the truth. But to me, in my heart, in my mind, I know that this is what happened and this is the way it happened. That goes into glitch in the Matrix territory. And so if it's real to me, that should be enough for, someone to be able to say, I would like for someone to look at something that I'm saying is real and be like, okay, well, you think it's real? Okay, fair enough. Let me hear it. Let's hear it. And that's all I'm not asking anybody to buy into what I'm saying. And I treat other people with the same courtesy. If they believe it's real and they're telling me, I will take them at their word to the extent where, it's not really affecting me whether I believe it or not. It's not going to affect really anything for anyone unless you choose to let it affect you, in my opinion. So,
That's fair.
You might as well take someone at their word up to that point where, it doesn't intrude on your own personal space.
Okay, gotcha. I can respect that. That's for sure. So, Mr. Extremes, I want to know if by any chance you have either a personal story or, a story you would like to read for us today. We ask all our guests, we put them on the hot seat. At least we try anyway. What do you think? Are you down?
Sure, I got a couple minutes left. I could tell a quick story.
Okay,
What do you have
awesome.
in mind? What's your fancy?
Oh my
Oh,
goodness.
I'm dying to hear something about like a dog man or a Wendigo or something.
Okay, let's see. Let's see what I got here.
Yeah, let us know when we can put our special spooky scene, because we have a spooky scene just for that. So you let us know when you're good to go. And
In the meantime,
Okay, so if it
go ahead.
Go ahead.
No, go ahead. You first.
Oh well, I'm thinking if it's Dogman, there's a story that it's a story. You know what? Maybe I've told that story too many times as it is. Let me see. I'll look around in my archives and see what I got.
Okay. No pressure. You could
Yeah.
also do a personal story.
hey, it could be Bigfoot, a Yeti, whatever
Anything. We just want to hear you
Yeah.
say something.
Yeah. About one of those lores, one of those
That's
mythical
awesome.
creatures.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Well, have you
Because
guys
I'm a
ever
huge-
heard
Mhm.
of?
Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say I like
you all-
fantasy movies. I like movies
I'm
like
sorry,
Harry Potter.
there's like a delay.
Oh,
Yeah, there is. Sorry about that.
Mhm.
Oh, go ahead, go.
No worries. No, you go ahead and I'll listen to what you have to say and maybe that'll change what I'm gonna say next.
No, I just like all those mythical creatures stories. That's why sometimes I gravitate towards movies like Harry Potter or Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them. So I like Bigfoots and Dogmans and all those scary werewolf cryptid looking things.
I'm more into the
Indigo.
demonic, paranormal, ghostly, supernatural type of things. But I do like fantasy. Like Charmed is one of my all-time favorite shows.
Like
so-
Harry Potter.
Harry Potter, love that. We saw all of them with our kids. But go ahead, what were you gonna say?
So I have a story that it's kind of weird. I remember it to a certain extent, but it seems like no one else does. I actually made a video about this early on on my channel. And I eventually took it down when I realized that nobody I know recalls that ever happening. I was able to ask, this is something that happened while I was in the military, and in my recollection, a lot of several other people that I still know were also present and aware of this situation. And I asked them about it a couple of years ago, and they had no recollection of it. So I kind of lost faith in the truthfulness of it. Like, even though I remember it, if no one else does, I'm not willing to just pretend like it's a unequivocal truth that it definitely happened. Maybe I dreamt it, or maybe there was some kind of weird glitch or something in my brain, which is wouldn't be the first time that this has happened. But I do have that story, and I do remember it happening this way, and I can read that. It's not too long.
Okay, story time scene coming up. I'm gonna mute the mic, and only you will hear us, but the audience will not.
Okay. All right, my friends, so check it out. When I was deployed in Afghanistan on my very first tour, there was a rumor circulating around the barracks. Grumblings of some kind of werewolf running around out there in the desert. At first, most of the folks I saw spreading the rumors would be doing so with a smile on their face. It was something of a running joke for several months until, you guessed it, one fateful day. A friend of mine returned from a mission with a serious look on his face. I'll call him Jay. He came into the recreation area one night, looking like he'd seen a ghost. A group of us were hanging out there during our downtime when someone noticed Jay's unsettled appearance. One of the troops asked him what was up, and his face changed to a confused expression, with a slight, hesitant smile, knowing that conveying what he'd seen would be difficult. He says, "Do y'all remember that Wolfman thing? I saw it." He seemed to collect himself quickly once he got the words out. He reached into his backpack and pulled out a worn-looking Toughbook laptop with a compact flash memory card inserted into it. The computer slowly booted up as the four of us gathered around the small screen. When it came on, he opened the memory card and loaded up a video file he said came from one of the drones. He made sure to get a copy of it. What I saw next, I may never fully understand. The video began abruptly. It was black and white, an aerial view of a random cluster of houses in a desert valley. Night had already fallen and things were winding down. Little figures sparsely populated the screen, most of them making their way into their homes to go to bed. The landscape slowly cleared of almost all the people, but one figure stood far off from the scattered village dwellers, on the outskirts of the built-up area. Judging by the size, stature, and walking pattern, it was a young adult male. The man sat down in the middle of a field and stopped moving for several seconds. "Hold on," Jay said cautiously as he advanced the video several minutes along. The man still sat there. He advanced the video again several more minutes, and the man still hadn't moved. "Here it is," said Jay. The young man leapt up from his position and began bounding across the field at freakishly high speed. The crazy thing about it was that he was clearly running on all fours. His body seemed to move in an extremely disturbing, inhuman fashion as he dashed into the town. Two smaller figures on the screen tried to run from him as he came upon them in the yard in front of their house, but he caught one of them and began pulling them away. The Wolfman, for lack of a better term, appeared to attack and maybe even maul the person, while the other watched in horror. When the Wolfman was done, he sprinted down the road, leaving the injured villager to drag himself off the street with the aid of his companion. The werewolf ran straight in through the town without stopping, almost looking like a panicked animal fleeing from a predator. After he was out of sight of the camera, Jay turned the video off. He looked at us with a new expression, one of relief, probably since we were all just as shocked as he was when he first saw it all going down. That's it. That's the end of the story. So I remember this happening, and I asked Jay years later. This is like about 7 years had passed at the time that I asked him about it, and he said he didn't recall it. So that kind of made me feel like it wasn't. Or
maybe
I don't know.
Maybe
it just made me doubt my own memory.
Maybe he didn't.
Maybe,
want
or maybe he's a really by the book guy, and he's really. I've never heard him talk about anything out of the ordinary. So maybe it's just not something that his mind held on to. I don't know. But yeah, for that reason, I took it down. But it's an interesting story, and to think about out there in the wilderness, and all these people just living, this one of the simplest lifestyles around right now in the modern day, and they could be plagued by a creature like this, and most people don't even know it. It's an interesting thought.
When I know that when some people they get traumatized or they get shocked, sometimes the thing that shocked them, they just like it's like it becomes a repressed memory. So that could be the case.
Or
as
maybe
well.
he's just being by the book.
True.
And we'll leave it like that.
Yeah, leave it at that.
You know what I mean.
Facts.
But baby, we have a couple of roll calls.
I see the coffin crew. The coffin crew, baby. They're in his house. We got Christina and Son Ghost Squad. How you doing, Christina and Son? They're in his house. Cool. Wow, that was something. I'm happy that you're able to share that with us here tonight. Did the hurricane affect you at all?
Not really. I put my shutters up and everything was good. I didn't lose anything, any plants or anything. I got a garden in the backyard. Didn't even lose any plants, thankfully.
Oh,
I feel
that's
for the
good.
Bahamas though.
Oh man, there's certain areas allegedly that they're trying not to rebuild. It's what I heard this morning, as per a report by Steve Stockton, I believe, this morning on
No,
our show.
it was I think Journey through the.
No, she didn't get to make it
Paranormal
into the
Podcast.
hangouts. She didn't get to make it into the hangouts.
Who was it? Dang.
I think it was Steve Stockton. Well, anyway, it was in this morning's show. Somebody said it, and yeah, but you know something? We're all the way up in New England, in Massachusetts, and my body felt it because I have a thing where I feel certain things with the weather, and I have really bad fibromyalgia and degenerative disc disease as well as arthritis, and I felt it. Like I felt it for like a whole 2.5 days. I was in bad shape. I was in really bad shape, and that it didn't even come here. You know, it didn't come anywhere near here, but I still felt it. It was bad.
So you have spoken
That's
with
rough.
Philia Noctis before, huh?
Oh yeah, she and I go way back.
Philia's awesome.
Yeah, she is.
Yeah.
She is
OG
totally awesome.
OG dreamer right there.
Yep.
Creepy Clown Girl, she's also amazing.
Oh.
We made a song for her
Oh yeah.
because she said this beautifully. It was wonderful, but it was also real, like kind of like saddening,
Melancholy, yeah.
melancholy.
Yeah.
And I
Poem.
was like, man, we got to write a song for her to cheer her up, and it worked. It worked.
Yeah,
she got cheered up.
She liked
Well,
her
that's
song.
very kind of you.
Yeah, she liked her song. It was like a club beat kind of dubstep type thing.
It was like Cher, you know. Do
Yeah.
you believe in life
Yeah.
after love?
Kind of the same concept of
That'll cheer you up.
of music.
That kind of rhythm.
Mina says that you're having fun with your new toy, honey. The Echo
You
machine.
know it, baby.
Oh, there's much more we can do, not just an echo. Aw, well, you deserve it, girl, Philia. Philia's awesome. But go ahead, baby.
Mr. X Dreams, why did you tell the story of the attack? You were supposed to never remember that.
There. That wouldn't be the first time someone tried to erase my memory for some reason.
I now have to send my minions for you.
Space Oddity Kayla is on the job. She will probe you. That's our resident alien, Space Oddity Kayla.
We got a lot of cool peoples up in
Oh,
here.
hell yeah.
But you know something? Like there was this one person that was talking to us on Facebook, Mr. Extremes, and she was talking about our logo. It's like a half a heart and half a brain. And she messaged us about that on Facebook. Excuse me, Dezombified, but is your logo brainwashing me?
I'm like, what? What now?
How,
I didn't understand that. I was like,
what did she explain?
No, she was asking me, are we Illuminati and are we mind control, all types of stuff. I was like, what is she talking about? I don't understand.
It's shocking what people can read into things these days. You can find any message you're looking for, really.
Oh God.
Matrixing.
It was just weird.
Is that matrixing? Huh?
No, you're right. You're right. It could be matrixing. I get it. You know, but I don't know. Whatever, man. It's weird. I was like, what? Sorry, boo boo. I think you got the wrong idea. Yeah.
So, listen, Mr. Extremes, I know you're a busy man and everything, but we're going to be having 1,000 subscribers real soon. And if you can spare a few minutes to send us a story that we could add to a mega collab, it's going to be like as many people that we can get, and we're just going to put them together in a mega collab video. We take care of music and art and visual.
I got tons of stories I could pick from. Just tell me what you're looking for. I'm sure I'll probably have something in the archive.
Any cryptid.
Anything he wants, whatever you want to have fun doing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's true.
Whatever's gonna make you have fun, because that's what it's all about, having fun, right? You read a story, you enjoy it. And that's what it is.
Yeah,
I enjoy reading. So
yeah, it's not supposed to be work. Not for me anyway.
Yeah.
I do only on YouTube. I do what makes me happy, and hopefully as many other people as possible. You know.
Oh. No, I totally. You know what? I get it. I totally understand, because it has to be a labor of love, right? Because if it's not, you know, that's where the problems come in. That's where the burnout, the so-called burnout comes in. I can't really say that we've had like the burnout yet. I mean, we just get tired like everybody else, I guess, normal. But I think the reason for that is because this is like our hobby, you know? We spend a lot of the time on the internet before there was ever a Dezombified. So, like, to me, there's not really much difference. Except this time we're doing it more seriously.
I mean, we're gonna be a year old next month. The Zombified is gonna be hitting 1 year old.
Flies, huh?
Yep.
Yeah, October. Yeah.
Indeed, it just flew by, baby.
Yeah, because we really didn't start posting until like around 2 weeks before Halloween.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got an interesting comment though by Slumber Reads. He said he had someone email him a few days ago asking him about his intro. They thought it was targets and were wanting to know why he was promoting violence. Like, what? LOL. What is that?
The hell?
Weird. What's the weirdest message you ever got?
It's all about whatever you're looking for.
Can you tell us the weirdest message you ever received?
Let me see. It would probably have to be one of the ones related to that werewolf ritual thing. I mean, it literally happens like once a month. And that video came out like 3 years ago. So there's been a ton of them. But I mean, if you don't count weird suggestive pictures from subscribers in my Instagram, I would say it's the people begging for the werewolf ritual, and there's at least been 50 of them.
That is so weird.
That's really weird when that happens. Yeah, I mean, like, it's imperative. They're like, this is of the utmost importance that you connect me to this person, Mr. X, because I need to become a werewolf as soon as possible, because I need more power. And I'm like, all right, man. I usually try to give them a little bit of advice, like, you don't need to be a werewolf to be powerful.
Get a voodoo
you can
doll.
be powerful all by yourself. Believe in yourself.
Preach it.
I'm just trying to put them on the right path. You have all your capabilities can be unlocked within your own mind. You don't need to be a werewolf.
You know, your sister.
That's
Now that
crazy.
you talk about that, there is a mind over matter thing. I've seen some of your sister's video, and I'm really, really, really inspired by her visualization charts and how she talks about, you know, sort of like a mind over matter type of things where you can visualize certain successes in your life and speaking positively in your life, and those things will manifest. So, you know, I really like that. What are you doing? I really like that message that she's sending out. So you know, I was impressed with those videos. So let her know that. You know,
I will. Thank you.
you can make your life whatever you want it to be. Just don't go crazy. You know, like, I like being human.
Yeah.
You know, why the heck would I want to turn into
Yeah,
something
yeah.
else? It's just my thing. I love it. You know.
Yeah, it's clearly, even if that was literally possible, that's something that we would have such little understanding with. Like, who would really think that it's worth the risk of trying to do that? I don't even know. That's a mindset that I haven't had very much of a close look into.
That's people that haven't found their power. People die every day not having found their strengths. You have to dig deep into yourself, get to know you, meditate unto the Lord or whatever it is that you meditate unto, and self-search. Look inside, and you're gonna find your power. A lot of times people want to be something else because they feel powerless, right? Or because they have great imaginations and they're kids. You know, like I thought I was She-Ra at one point, the original, not this garbage now, you know, and and that was that, you know. So it's just crazy. You know, I grew up watching a lot of classics because that's when on demand was really hot, you know, in cable. So we started watching like a lot of the classic cartoons and things like that, and I was in love with them. But yeah, find your inner power. You know, hey, Josie Kitty got the picture. She put up 2 big muscle arms emoji right there.
Nice.
That's right. You find your inner power. Everybody has a superpower. Philia Noctis swears that mine is my voice. I say Kenny has like a healing power with his hands, because every time I feel sick, all he has to do is touch me, and literally I could feel like the love come through his touch. He just touches me and the pain goes away. So, you know, everybody's different. And by the way, that ding dong that y'all keep hearing, that ding dong, that's my phone. That's my notification right there. It's letting me know that I have to take some meds and I have to add some sugar to my body because I have not eaten anything. But listen,
that's you know, we work so hard at this, and we skip dinner to, you know, so now we gotta go and make some late dinner. It's never good.
Baby, I want Uber.
That's how you know you're enjoying what you're doing.
Oh yeah, we forget.
Oh yeah,
we forget.
But it's worth it, man.
Also, it's good timing because it's also my bedtime.
All right, cool. So everybody, give it up for Mr. X Dreams in the chat. You know, leave some hand clap emojis. He's been so gracious with his time, with his talents, with his expertise and wisdom. He's just been fantastic all the way around. A total blessing, honestly, to have on the show.
And big ups to Dark Waters. If you get to talk to him, tell him and say hi. We love him. You know, the big dog.
Big dog.
We love him very much. I understand you guys are also close.
Your impression is spot on, man.
Thank you.
You sound just like him.
We love him. We love Dark Waters. Like, I can't even say enough about him. We call him and he just picks up his phone.
Yeah, he's so
always
cool.
there. And
he's a G. He's a straight up G.
I think he's the first person I ever collabed with on YouTube. I'm pretty sure it was the first one. It was either him or Let's Read.
Nice.
Back in the day.
Yeah,
Pretty sure it was him.
Oh my goodness. So
but hey guys, it was nice hanging out and talking, and you know, you guys are cool people.
Thank you.
Got some cool followers. I appreciate you all's time and everything.
Okay,
And you know, I wish you all the best. I mean, onward to 1,000 and beyond.
Thank you, my
Thank you.
friend.
You're gonna get
Thank
me
you so
mushy
much.
again. Don't get
You're
me
making
mushy
her
again.
nervous. She's dropping things left and right. Thank you so much, Mr.
I can't say
Extremes.
I've ever made anyone mushy before. I don't know. That's a new term to me.
Yeah, like, you know, I'm like a
But I get it though.
sensitive and whatnot. I'm being a girl.
Yeah, no, I get it. It's a beautiful thing. It's good.
It's like she's fawning right now.
a little bit.
Yeah, she's fawning and giddy right now. So thank you for making her so happy.
Nothing wrong with that.
For making me happy. You made everybody here happy, baby. Just being here. Thank you so much. Bless you. Much success for you. Healing for your mom. Success for your sister.
Yes.
And our house is always open to you. Our doors.
That's right.
You could always jump in here whenever you want. Jump into a hangouts and say, "Yo, I wanna come on and say hi." We'll put you back on. You can say hi, whatever.
Yeah.
You know, we got that collab
Comments.
coming up. You could join that. You know,
Yeah.
and just keep in touch. Don't be
And
a
join the
stranger.
Discord.
You got a
Because
Discord as well.
whenever you have free time, sometimes we creep up in there and we
And just
all
chill.
let our hair down.
Yeah, and just let our hair down.
Yep, and we say all the forbidden things there.
I don't have a lot of hair to let down, but I'll do what I can do.
He's too much. Real quick,
Mr.
baby, we have
Extremes,
2 roll
everybody.
calls.
Oh, who we got? We got
Christine
Christine
Baker.
Baker, everybody. She's in the his house. Oh, sorry. I didn't mean to do that. I didn't mean to scare.
You did the demon
I
voice.
scared her. Come back, Christine. Come back. She's in the his house. I'm so sorry,
man.
Christine.
And
Pixelpia, baby. They're in the his house. What the hell is going on with the echo? In the his house. There we go.
he has to master that
Yeah,
toy.
it's still new.
Yeah, you guys, he has a new toys and he has
I
to
just
master.
got it recently.
Thank you, Mr.
I'm sure you're
Extremes.
forgiven.
Yeah, you
Thank
have
you.
been a gentleman, a gem. Thank you so much for being here in this little hole in the wall that we've got here.
That's right. If you don't know, go check his channel out. And if you like what you see, subscribe and do the right thing, baby.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's been my pleasure, friends. You all have a fantastic night. Everybody in the chat, everybody listening, y'all take care. Come check me out if you feel like it. If not, I'll see you around some other way sometime. You know, it's all good.
Always.
Oh no, I'm pretty sure they're gonna check you
I'm getting a
out.
little jealous. I might have to get one of those echo things.
Look, listen. They're gonna go check
I like
you
that.
out. All right, guys. Bada bing,
He's
bada
putting
boom,
his
yeah.
fist. He's
Make
slapping
you an
his
offer you can't refuse, huh? Okay.
Just kidding.
We love you
Disclaimer:
guys.
we do not
Oh, man.
advocate for violence in
No way.
exchange for subscriptions.
Never. I renounce that.
Okay, let's let him go, baby, because
All right,
he
good
got
night.
things
Good
to
night,
do.
Mr. Extremes. Peace out.
Night.
All right, y'all. Good night. Peace.
Good night. Peace.
Aw. That was amazing, you guys.
Thelia Noctis, I hope you enjoyed this, baby. 2 of your most favorite peoples, Mr. Extremes and Kenny Dreadful together
Oh, God.
on the same stage. Can you believe that?
I'm sure she's melting, baby.
Nah, she's melting right now.
Oh, you guys are too much. Oh, man. Josie Kitty said she's dead. Oh, man. So, hey, Christine Baker. Hey, Pixelpia. Thank you for coming. We're so sorry that you weren't able to get here earlier. But you know what? There is the replay.
Yeah, and we're gonna replay that poem one more time for Lewis Witt. So if you missed it the first time, here you go. Lewis Witt, he wrote a magnificent poem. He allowed me to read it. So Miss Stereo, she put it together, and we're gonna play it for you in a couple of minutes. We're gonna bring that up right now. Miss Stereo's working on that, Louis, baby.
Yeah, well,
on
you're
it.
gonna have to talk to everybody while I look for it
She's
because I had
on
closed
it.
it because
Just like CCG,
you didn't give me a
baby.
heads up.
It's all good. I didn't even give myself a heads up. Damn it!
Yeah, I see that.
I just said it, not even knowing if you got everything ready. I just said it.
Yep, that's what you call.
They used to call me Crazy Kenny. I don't know why. Whatever gave anyone that idea?
Gee, I don't know.
I don't know.
Maybe because you like, the whole echo thing.
Nah, it's deeper than that. It's deeper than that. I think we're ready, y'all.
Almost.
Lewis Witt poem coming up real soon.
Oh, wait. You know what?
What?
Sorry, guys. There's a dark screen. It will be momentary.
Momentarily. Mr. X, he dug it. He was digging it, Lewis. You heard him, right? Pixapias says, I'll check the replay out. Aye.
Awesome. Well, here you guys go. Here's a poem by Lewis Witt.
Straight up cash money right here. Check it.
This soul, he with a twisted mind, can see souls, can't see mine. If he can see my soul, then I pity the poor fellow. For if he can see my soul, the devil in me will say, hello. He will then say, go down, down, you foolish clown. Go down to my hounds, gagged and bound, and you will fear this soul you found.
Creepy.
Yeah, baby. Yeah, so that was the poem by Lewis Witt. He's an amazing guy. Big ups to you, Louie. Yo, Josie, I don't know if you knew, but we got those stickers with the new Yeah Man
Oh, yeah, she knows.
heads.
She says she's loving the stickers and the poster.
Oh, the poster. Yeah, that's awesome. So we got another story to share with you guys.
A new story?
Yeah, I see it. That's what you're doing,
Okay.
Miss Stereo?
Yep.
Aye.
Actually,
What?
13 past midnight found this one.
midnight.
13 past midnight. He found this one for us. He didn't get to say it this morning. I guess he ran out of time, but he did get this one. So we're stealing your story, 13 past midnight, and we're gonna say it. Ha 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 ha. So, baby, read it.
You read it. I read the last one, Miss Stereo.
Baby, I have to look over there to read it and
Fine.
away from the mic. So it has to be you. Sorry.
Fine. I'll do it. Fine. So it says, it was hilarious. Woman uses skeleton to scare bear away from trash cans. Home surveillance footage right here. We're gonna show it to you. And then we'll read what it says and post the link.
Come on. Let's hope it actually plays, because sometimes it acts funky.
I think it's gonna play.
There it goes. So as you can see, the news people are talking about it or something, and they're about to play it. So it looks like it's gonna be, this is gonna be a good one. This is funny.
Put it on full screen, baby.
It's big, but okay.
I know.
Shut up.
Hey, you said it, not me.
Well, you're the one with your mind in the gutter. I wasn't talking about that.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yes, Mio. Look at that. Look at that. Oh my God.
Ooh. He's getting froggy.
Yes, he is. He got scared by the little by the little skeleton dude.
Nice.
It's a piece of plastic. That's funny.
That is awesome.
Oh man,
You
that's
gotta get one of those. That's fantastic. Good for you, lady. You gotta keep those dopey bears off of your property.
I know, right?
Oh yeah, you gotta keep them off.
Oh,
He reminds me of that I kill you. He's like, oh, he's gonna kill me. Let me get out of here.
Oh no, poor Smokey or Dopey. I don't know.
She's like, yeah, I saw it. He got scared AF and bounced. I was like, you a B-ass. Scared of some Halloween decoration.
Oh, God.
That's what happened there. That's what she said.
Oh man.
And then she rolled off in her 6'4". Because she gangster. A local nightmare, baby. He's in his house. Wepa!
Oh man.
Yeah, man, yo. That bear got shook. He was so shook.
Oh my God, Christine's laughing. Oh man. Josie Kitty's excited about the stickers. She says she's definitely getting some.
Ooh, yeah.
Mina says voice-gasm.
Voice-gasm.
Ooh. Nice. Josie Kitty's like, bah ha 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 ha.
Yes, Philia. Yeah, Jeff Dunham.
Yeah, Jeff Dunham. He's hilarious. I love him. One of my favorites. Oh, goodness. Him, Joy Coy, Dave Chappelle. They're all so funny.
Yeah.
Oh, man. A Local Nightmare says he loves the echoes. So
yo, let's play the Z-Horde anthem again.
Oh my God.
And then show the cup commercial.
Okay.
Because some people don't know about the Teespring, so we got to put them up in the loop.
Okay. All right, ladies and gentlemen, all rise from your graves for the Z-Horde anthem. This one goes out to all you Dezomba friends, the Z-Horde. We want you to know just how much we love you.
Shout out to Philia Noctis, creepy clown girl, dark carnival got this. A local nightmare, it's so amazing. Puerto Rican Jose's entertaining. Dark waters, dog man is twisted. Asia 1994, really gifted. Dustin Flemings, stronger than the rock. Hellfire's out here making everything hot. Yeah, Braden 23 or 5 is a G. We're kryptonites down, Kitty's family. Now there are times when we all need gore. Danny Martians in the house, never know what's in store. Mandy Mortem is legit and a queen. Gothic Rose enchanting, she's on the scene. 13 past midnight, things that go bump in the night. Gory B, horror addicts are out of sight. Big ups to the late horror show. Emily's Adventures in Horrorland, here we go. And you know we gotta keep them dice rolling. MD Who Entertainment, she's been chosen. Give it up for the evil outcast. Swedish mom is dope, yo, you know she got class. So if you get bad vibes from storytelling, then these monsters in my mind will leave you yelling. You see, we all about hearing stranger stories on the creeps. So sweet, she really got love for me. Penny tails up, narrating for the win. Queenie Tade amazing, but real dark and grim. The Mentor Centaurs, Flickathon, Swamp Dwellers. Scolded 22, they be our fellas. Anime tone, time he lives. A fantastic panic, deep paranormal history. Great graphics. What's up, Bullis Greedia? I meant CP. I'm gonna guess so bent with nefarious TV. Slumberies are the morbid. Cab 7, truly salmon. And we can never forget about Karen. 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 Karen.
Hey everybody, hope you enjoyed that tasty lick, the Z-Horde anthem. Hope you got to get some exercise by shaking your zombie booty all across the room. Cause you know that's what we like to hear. That's what we like to see. People getting active, getting some cardio, getting their sweat on, getting rid of those toxins. Mm-hmm. And you know another way to get rid of toxins is by drinking out of a Dezombi mug. You could put anything in that mug and remove toxins. You could put some Bacardi in there, remove some toxins. Some Absolute, remove some toxins. You could put some Heinekens and remove those toxins. You could put anything in a Dezombi mug. You could put soup, rice, chicken, turkey, stuffing, cranberry sauce, giblets. You could put pork feet, pig ears. You could put rice and beans. Man, whatever. You could put loose change in there. You could put bottle caps in there. Stickers, stamps.
You
anything.
name it.
You could put anything in a mug. So check out our Teespring store.
Grits, beans,
Damn
mashed
it.
potatoes.
And get a mug.
You name it.
Or even a t-shirt or a hoodie. You got stickers too. Get something for the baby. The zombie babies.
Oh yeah. We have baby clothes now.
Do not forget the baby Z-Horde. Be a good uncle, a good auntie, a good nana, and a good
nanny.
papa. And hook up the babies, damn it. Hook up them the zombie babies with some Z-Horde baby clothes.
And hey, if there's no babies in your life, you know what? And you got a pet, like a cat or a dog, you could put the baby clothes on them.
Why not? Put it on your little Shih Tzu, your little Persian cat, whatever you got.
Yeah. A few more sales and we'll be able to unlock some beanies.
Beanie babies.
That's right.
Ooh,
baby,
I want a
beanies.
beanie baby.
Well, actually, this is a beanie for the hair. You
For
know,
the head.
hat beanie. Yeah. But baby, roll call. 2 of them.
Who we got up in here? Demented Centaur, I see you, baby. You know he's into his house.
J&L Urban Survivalists.
J&L Urban Survivalists. They're into his house.
Woo woo.
It's good to see you. Nice. So, yo, we had a great show today, folks.
Yes, we did.
And we're going to have some more great shows this week. So be on the lookout on Twitter.
And
Facebook.
also, if you haven't yet, we got a schedule. We have a calendar. Oh yes, we have a calendar that you guys can check and just check it every day just to see what might have changed. You can see upcoming stuff and events that we are part of or what we are all working on. It's right there. I just threw it up in the chat. The link for that, just put it on your favorites or bookmark it on your browser and you will definitely be up to date with what we are doing. We need to get better at posting stuff earlier in the day. Hint, hint.
Are you trying to get at me, Mysteria?
No.
I'm not the one that be squanched all the time.
Well, I'm not squanched. Stop that. Turn it off.
You know you squanched.
No, I'm not. Stop.
Yes, you is.
You squanched. You squanched. You jigglypuff, baby.
So are you.
You jigglypuff. Jigglypuff.
Shut up.
Jigglypuff.
You went and got yourself. It backfired.
It's all good, baby.
Oh my god. I know he had to do something clowny. before we left.
Why would you think that, Miss Stereo?
'Cause you be clowning.
You a clown. Don't make me get at you, girlfriend.
Jigglypuff.
Jigglypuff, baby.
Oh my god, he's never gonna stop playing with that thing. Oh man.
Now I gotta tell you mine. Bathsheba, she's in the hizzles.
Hi, Bathsheba. Kenny, he's playing with his new toy. Oh man. Okay, you can turn it off now. You guys, Kenny's a clown. He's always up to something, I tell you. But you know what?
Yeah.
We've been on for almost 2.5 hours.
Holy macaroni.
Yes, and we started early today. I'm
Yeah.
glad for that. I think we're going to keep this up, studying earlier, so that our early birds could be here as well as our night owls. You know, let
Yeah.
them both be here at the same time.
That's right.
I would like to keep this up, you know, especially since Halloween is coming soon. We gotta start working on that, and boy, do we have ideas, guys. We want to make this the mother. I said the mother of all Halloween events on YouTube ever. Stay tuned, because that's what's coming up next for Dezombified. So yeah, you guys, it's been great to be here. Sorry for those who got here late. I really apologize. We need to get better at advertising. We definitely need to get better at that.
Damn it, Lewis, that boy ain't right. Peggy.
So you guys join all our social media, see
Whoa.
what we're up to. And Local Nightmare wants a Discord link. You guys could go ahead and send it to him. We're not having an after party now because I didn't eat, so
No.
we have to eat, because if not, you know, I'll pass out. So
Yeah.
but I see you guys around.
She's telling the truth, man.
You
She's
know.
gonna pass out.
Oh yeah, I am. So you know, we love you guys, and we thank
Yeah.
you very much for being
Thank
here
you
for
for
us.
being
You
with,
guys
with
are
us tonight.
honestly the highlight of having a YouTube channel and being a content creator is you guys. That's our highlight. There, honestly, there is no milestone, no award, no monetization, nothing that can top you guys and when you bring to the table. And that is, you know, your friendship and your loyalty. It has been overwhelming. We don't have any words. We just don't have words
That's right.
to thank you
Thank you so
and
much,
to show our
everybody.
appreciation. We love you for real. We really do.
You're the
And
lifeblood of this channel, so don't forget that.
the love diabetes, like
Love
Kayla says.
diabetes.
Yeah, we love you guys. You guys are amazing. And you know, here's 2 more to come to the Z Horde family getting bigger, and to many more years together, and to many more milestones together. We hope we can all stay close, and we love you for that. We love you because you guys are just you know, you guys are really the superstars here, so we thank you for that. Having said all of that, you guys, we love you. And yes, I'm sorry, Bathsheba, the show is over because you know, we started early and we have to finish now. It's 2.5 hours later. There's 4 minutes to the 2.5 hour mark, but you can watch the replay. And even though there's not going to be an after party, you know, you guys can go to Discord and still hang out and love on each other and build your bond as fellow supporters, creators, and what have you. In addition to the Carnival of Horror Creepy Clown Girls Discord is on and popping, y'all. Somebody put that link there because her Discord is like so freaking fabulous. You know, quick announcement though for the Discord. We are working really hard on getting the whole movie night thing going. Trust me, we are gonna get that going. We're going to see what we can do for our device users out there that don't have PCs. Let's see what happens. All right. But in the meantime, these zombie friends, be good to each other, commune, love each other. Visit CCG's Discord because it's the best of the best of the best. We love you guys. And until next time, these zombie friends, watch your six.
Ooh.